Welcome back to Courtside on the Rockville campus of Montgomery College. Michael Brown alongside my partner Joe Thompson, where once again our halftime score, the Montgomery College Rockville Knights 43, the Baltimore City Community College Panthers 35. And as Joe and I have been talking about throughout the first half, this is the 26th season here at Montgomery College for head coach Steve Hobson. The last 16 here at Rockville. And during his tenure, he has coached literally hundreds of players with just as many personalities. So before the game, Joe and I sat down with Steve Hobson and we asked him, how does he like this year's team? But we didn't stop there. We also talked to 3 of his key players about how they like playing for Steve Hobson.
In 26 years, there was only one other team, the 94 team, that I got along with. I mean, you know, from first guy to 15th. Outstanding bunch of young men. Enjoy being with them. I enjoy coaching them. I'm a lucky coach. I'm a very lucky man to have 15 guys that I really enjoy being with.
Oh, I love it. It's you get up and down the floor. It's a fast-paced game. You know, they let you do what you can do out on the floor. As long as you play defense, they'll be all right.
I like it. They both good people, good coaches and everything. Coach Hobson's hard on you at practice, but off the court, he's a very good person. The same with Coach Blackman. They really care about the players and everything, and academics all the way around. It's not just about basketball with them.
It's different than any other school I've been to, because here it's more like what they preach, like family-oriented team. And like at the beginning of the summer when he was recruiting me to come to the school, he told me about it, but I really didn't believe it. So actually I came for a couple of summer workouts, and a lot of student players that went here before come back, you know, and it's just like they come through and everything's, you know, like it's like a family basically. So a lot of ex-players come, you know, and they play with us. They come into games, they talk to us after the games, you know, so it's a good atmosphere, yeah, definitely.
Now, Joe, what strikes me about that is Dante Nicholas's comment about the family atmosphere, and I've seen it here too. Every year, numerous players, former players, come back and they help and they teach and they mentor the new players.
Michael, that's a sign of a positive coach-player relationship cultivated by the Rockville coaching staff. The players not only play as a unified entity on the court, but they also hang out together in their spare time. And once they're finished playing for Coach Hobson, they come back to help out the next group of Knights. The former Rockville players treat the current players like younger brothers, and the coaches regard them as though they were sons, so it really and truly is a family atmosphere.
It really is. They go out to Hobson's home, they have parties, it really is a family atmosphere. Now, we're just about ready for the start of the second half. Let's get a quick look at some of our first half stats.
Well, the stat that stands out to me is three-point shooting. Baltimore City has only hit 2, Rockville has hit 7 of them, including 4 or 5 from Vertner Aldridge for 12 points. The rebounding is even for both teams. There have been very few team fouls in this game, 4 for each team, so very few foul shots. They're playing a pretty clean game. As long as Rockville's three-point shots keep going down, they have a good advantage in this game.
Very low turnover rate considering the speed at which this game was played.
Yeah, that's very true. Although Rockville's gotten to some passing lanes, in fact, both teams have really gotten to some passing lanes, but they really haven't been able to control the ball. It's gone out of bounds a lot of times. A lot of those could have been turnovers, but didn't end up being turnovers.
All right, Dante Nicholas is right back in. He inbounds it right in front of us to Beza, Kelly, Sheffield, and Reed for the Knights. The same starters out there for Baltimore as well. Rhodes, Torres.
Baltimore City is starting to trap out of that zone they play in.
There's a putback by Reed.
Good job crashing the board. Smaller players getting in over bigger players to get the rebound and the putback.
Rest of the players out there for Baltimore, Antoine, Hall, and Baynard. So the same set of starters for both teams. Knights with a 10-point lead very early in the second half. There's Rhodes from 3, long one, no good. Baynard really banging down there with Reed and Nicholas.
It looked like Dante Nicholas lost his shoe on that rebound there. He jumped up so high that he came out of his shoe, Michael.
So it's really 4-on-5 at the moment, and he doesn't have it fully on yet, Joe. He stepped right out of the heel. So obviously, Baynard must have stepped on it as he was going up.
That's true. That kind of puts Dante at a disadvantage because he's a good shooter. He's also a slasher, but if he doesn't have any traction, it's going to be hard for him to get in there against that defense.
They call it travel.
Gives Dante a chance to put his shoe on. And he's standing right in front of our table right now. He's trying to get that shoe back on his foot.
As we see him putting his shoe on, it looks like he's got a pretty heavy brace on that ankle. What do you think, Joe?
It's true. He does have an ankle brace. A lot of players wear those ankle braces just as a precautionary thing, even if they don't have a bad ankle. I don't know if he does or doesn't have ankle problems or a history of that, but it's just a good precaution.
Well, particularly a player like him who's doing a lot of cutting and slashing.
Also, he tends to jump up in traffic a lot, so he might come down on people.
Baynard over Kelly.
Yeah, and that pass was pretty interesting because it went through the legs of Dante Nicholas.
It was pretty interesting. (45-37). Knights on top. Early going here in the second half.
Rockville's having a little bit more trouble getting through this zone.
There's Reed from the corner, and it's good. Another three for the Knights.
As long as those shots are going down for Rockville, they'll be okay. If they start missing those shots, then they might be in trouble because they haven't got very much inside this game.
No, that's for sure. The inside has really been dominated by Baltimore City. There's Torres hard off the glass, and that is a offensive foul on Torres.
Yeah, kind of a questionable call, and good sales job by Dante Nicholas on there. You know, if he ever doesn't make it in basketball, he's got a good acting career coming for him.
Well, he gave the ref a look like, please don't call it on me. That'd be number 3.
Yes, it does, and Rockville wouldn't do well with that call.
Neither team even went into the 1-and-1 during the first half, Joe. Very unusual.
Yeah, I believe there are only four free throws shot in the whole first half.
And there's a reach-in foul by Torres. He picks up 2 quick fouls here in the early going. That's his third.
They better watch out because they're pretty slim on the bench.
They don't have another guard on the bench. They'd have to go with a 2-guard offense as opposed to a 3-guard offense.
Yeah, and you know, if they get another person in foul trouble, they may have to go with a no-guard offense.
Which would not be a pretty sight. But that's 2 quick team fouls on Baltimore City here in the second half, both of them on Torres. There's a steal by Sheffield.
Good job, Sheffield, getting to the passing lane, see if he can finish it. Yes, he can.
Nice little move there to avoid the block, but look at Baltimore City right back. Deshaun Hall, who never went down on defense, just laid back there, got the pass, but missed the bunny.
Yes, and his lack of being able to get back on defense kind of gets that karmic play off that he didn't get the layup on offense. Rockville scores on the other end.
Beautiful assist there from Dante Nicholas.
He really sees the floor well. He's that good of a player.